Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaliyah for those who have never met me before. And welcome. Um, so it's been a little while since I've been on here. I'm getting back online and getting back into recording and YouTubing and just documenting things in my life because I'm coming into a new chapter of my life, and I wanted to document it mostly for myself because of the growth that I am making. I want to be able to look back on it so I can do a better job of being proud of myself and do a better job of just congratulating myself. But also because I realize that a lot of the things that I'm dealing with or going through, I'm not by myself. And I think it's time that I accept the fact that I'm not alone because I've been feeling very alone. And I'm just like, what, let me do this and put it out there. Be patient with me because, like I said, I'm getting back into recording. So a little iffy in front of the camera and also just iffy about my spaces too that I'm recording as well. But like I said, I do want to start documenting and putting things out there and things of that matter. So this is me doing that. Now, like I said, I want to do this because I want to document the change that's going on in my life. I have a lot of just stuff going on in general, and I'm okay with sharing that with the world. So if you haven't gone to my page before, if you're just now finding me or whatever, on my page you can see that I've made other YouTube videos in the past. I've done cooking videos, I've done try-on hauls, I've done not braiding tutorials, but just me braiding my hair. I've done some family videos, just showing me doing stuff with my family events and whatnot. I've done a couple of videos here and there, right? Sporadically over the past maybe 5 years. I think that's when I started, 5 or 6 years, something like that. I enjoy doing it, but obviously I haven't been consistent and I've definitely have fallen off, and I want to pick back up. But yeah, I'm coming into a new era and there's a lot of things that I'm dealing with, and so recently I've hit a new chapter where I'm getting laid off. This is extremely new to me. I've never been laid off before. I've always left a job. I've never gotten laid off. It's left me in almost like a deer in headlights. It's like, what do I do? What's the next step? What's tomorrow gonna look like? I don't know. And I realize we really don't talk about getting laid off enough, especially because if you live in America, this economy is I'm not gonna say trash, but it's trash. It's garbage. It is poo. It's poo. It is not good. People with government jobs, they're getting laid off. Like, though we've always been taught that those are forever things. Those are rock solid things. Those are stable jobs. No, nothing is stable anymore. So, with that being said, me rambling and not whatnot, I have decided to get back on in front of the camera, and I want to spend the next 31 days documenting a lot and trying to just record, and not even just the next 31 days, even past the next 31 days as well. Right now it's December 3rd. My last day here is December 31st. So I just kind of want to spend that time really documenting layoffs and, what it feels like, the emotions of it, what I'm learning, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the beauty behind it all, but even also the ugly of it all. Because it can be pretty ugly, honestly. But it also can be pretty beautiful. Let me tell you what happened, how I found out, and what I think I have planned next. I kind of have a plan, kind of don't have a plan. I don't know. So, okay. I've been in my job for what will be 5 years, exactly 5 years. Like I said, it's December 3rd. I'll be getting laid off. My last day is December 31st. Now, mind you, I have been job hunting like crazy. But I'm not getting anything secured. So until I can find something that's secure, I'm going to clip this right here because I don't feel like holding it anymore. Unless, unless I can find something secure, yeah, I will be out of a job December 31st. So what happened was, this was back the week before Labor Day weekend. Me and my supervisor sent me a link to a meeting. It was labeled like town hall meeting or something like that. It was like town hall something. I don't know, something like that on Teams. And I noticed it was to me and everybody on my team and everybody in my department. And it was a mandatory meeting. Like, you cannot skip it. You got to be there. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, day of the meeting, she calls me like right before. She's like, make sure you get on. I get on. Boom. There's a couple other people there who I did not recognize their names. Mind you, nobody's sharing their camera, thank God. Basically, there's a couple other people on there who I did not recognize their names at all. I don't know who they were. Get on, and there's a lady talking, and it's funny because she tells us we're getting laid off, but she did it in the most professional way possible. She's like, how the contract is ending, and apparently they decided that our services are no longer needed, or they're not going to. Well, let me not say that. They're not going to continue the services that we provide, because baby, y'all still need us around here. Like, even I can see that, and even the clients can see that. So I don't know what y'all plan to do when we leave, but she said that the contract is ending, and that they will not be renewing it because they feel that they don't need our services no more, or whatever. I don't really know how anybody else on my team feels, to be honest. So even though it's a team, it's really kind of weird to describe how my job is set up, because I work by myself, but I do have a team. But the thing is, everybody on my team is in a different state. So here in Atlanta, because I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, here in Atlanta, in this office, I'm by myself. I do all the work by myself. There's nobody else here. I did have a site leader, but he quit about 2 years ago. I'll get into that in a little bit. But ever since he quit, it's just been me. Nobody else but me. So, yeah, so, we're on this town hall meeting, and she pretty much just tells us, like, the contract is ending. So here's the thing, because like I said, that was the week before Labor Day weekend. I'll be honest, the only true, beauty behind it was the fact that the contract was originally supposed to end October 31st. And on the meeting, she told us the contract is ending October 31st. However, they have decided to extend it to December 31st. So realistically speaking, I was already supposed to be out of a job back on October 31st. Like, come November 1st, I was supposed to already be out of a job. I think it is like a beautiful blessing that I am still able to work at least through the holidays into the new year. It's kind of scary. It still has been a scary journey, but I will say that is one of the very beautiful blessings. I was grateful that they, were able to extend it to December 31st to allow us to work through the holidays and, still be able to provide Christmas gifts and things like that, and also, still giving us more time to find a job. That's kind of what happened as to how I got laid off. That's how I found out. What is my next plan? So when I found out, I had a lot of mixed emotions. I was It was weird because I had this natural instinct of wanting to be upset because I was shocked. But for whatever reason, deep down inside, I felt blessed that it was happening. I think for me, and I can't speak for nobody else. For me, this might be a blessing in disguise, me getting laid off. And that's also another reason why I wanted to document to like I said, for myself to look back at it. But I do, and I say that because like I said, I've been here for January 1st will be considered year 5 for me. When I first started working at this job, don't get me wrong, I actually do like my job. It's a nice job. It is a safe job, but it's an easy job. It's very comfortable. It's a lot of good benefits to it, from the health benefits and the coverage to also just other small minor benefits to this job as well. However, when I first started this job in 2021. When I first started this job, I knew immediately within the first month of me working here that I was not going to be here for long, because I didn't really care to be here for long. I always have told myself, if I have to be here for the next like if something happened and I had to be here for the next 10 years, I would be okay with that. But I never wanted to be here past 5 years. I never wanted that to happen. I never wanted that to be a thing. Like I said, I do like my job. It's just that I've always known that my skill sets go beyond this front desk. It goes beyond this desk right here. It goes beyond this desk. It goes beyond the job task that they give me and everything like that. My skill sets go beyond it. And I can tell from day one that they never truly saw that. They've always wanted me to think that they see it. They want me to believe that, don't get me started, X, Y, and Z, okay? But I've always knew that I was bigger than this. So for me, it has kind of felt like a blessing in disguise that I'm getting laid off. I do feel like God knew if I did not take the time to leave myself, He was going to have to, eventually push me out. And I do feel like this layoff is just that, it's pushing me out. It's like, okay, Kaliyah, you've had 5 years, and a lot has happened in the 5 years. A lot of good things have happened in the past 5 years for me. That's also another reason why I think this layoff is a blessing in disguise too. I'm going to get into that in just a second. But a lot of, beautiful things have happened to me. A lot of blessings have happened to me. And all that has happened truly has helped me grow into a better woman, and just all around professional in general, a better professional. These things that have happened to me the past 5 years, they have helped me to be able to go ahead and make this transition and start this journey somewhere else. And that's why I'm okay with leaving. Like I said, it was definitely a really big shock. And sometimes I think about it, I'm still in shock. Like, it's December 3rd and my last day is December 31st. There is still a little bit of anxiety inside me. There is still a little bit of panic that sits inside me, like, okay, what am I gonna do? But that's the thing, that's how I know I'm ready, because the only real thing that's causing anxiety and panic is, number one, health benefits, because I get medical benefits through my job, through my employer. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Number two, it's mostly just the unknown. It's what I can't see in front of me. I know there's something in front of me, and I know there's something beautiful in front of me, but I can't see it, and that's what's causing me anxiety. I don't know. That's what's causing me anxiety. That's what's causing also kind of like the fear too. I don't know what lies next. I don't know what's in front of me. I kind of do, but no, I kind of really don't. I don't know. I don't know, and that does that would frighten anybody. So it kind of does frighten me a little bit, not knowing what is happening next, especially because, like I said, I've been applying to jobs, but I keep getting turned down left and right. I had a phone screen interview last Monday, and she told me I would hear back from her sometime this week. I'm giving her to Friday, and then obviously I'm going to just dock it as it was a no. And then I also had not necessarily an interview, but more like a meet and greet with HR for a company yesterday with someone. And so they let me know that that they do want to schedule an actual interview for me to come in and talk to them more. So that's an interview to come. But like that's just where I've been at for the past 3.5 months now, going on 4 months now. But yeah. So I don't know. It's been a lot. I can assure you that it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I honestly, I've just been putting my faith into God every day. I have faith in my future. I have faith in myself. But I've just been putting my faith into God every single day. That's all I can do. The only real backup plan that I have now, like already set in stone and process, is 2 years ago I started a boba tea business. Boba. If you guys know boba, yes, I started a boba tea business. It's called Dolce Bubbles. I have been trying to transition into a mobile food truck because right now I'm just a pop-up vendor, and I really hate being a pop-up vendor. I want a mobile food truck to make it easier for me to move around and go to events and do catering and things like that. But other than that, that's the only that, and I am thinking about starting a candle business. Not necessarily with the bubble tea, but just like a separate candle business I've been thinking about starting. But other than those two things, I have nothing actually planned out. I have nothing set in stone. I have nothing ready to go. I have nothing. So as of right now, all I've been doing is just pouring into my business, because that's really the only thing I can do is just pour into the boba tea business. With it being wintertime right now, I'm doing hot cocoa. I do hot cocoa and hot cocoa bombs. I make those. I make those myself. So that's that. And then when spring rolls around, that's when I start doing boba tea again. But yeah, that, like I said, that's it. That's all I really got planned, honestly. So I don't know, guys. That's it. That's where I am right now. That's all I got. A little nervous, like I said, a little excited, but honestly, yeah, a little relieved, a little bit relieved that it's happening. So if you guys want to see more of my layoff series and just what this journey looks like, and just see more from me, do me a huge favor, like the video, subscribe to my channel, please, and leave a comment down below. I would love to answer any questions anybody wants to ask, excuse me. And yeah, let's step into this new journey together.